Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We are back in LaConner, Washington, which is where about a year ago, around this time, Angus and I had a massive row in the morning before doing the vlog, and we decided to basically shoot the vlog kind of mid-argument, wouldn't you say?
We did in the end. You were determined to do it, and I just wanted to get it over and done with. But we managed to pull it. It seems like a year. It just seems like that we've been doing this for years. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing.
I think it was a year. It must have been last year.
Yeah, it was.
So one of the things that was so interesting for us is all of the feedback that we got in terms of how helpful it was to see our argument
in all its glory.
And to really normalize what goes on in marriage. And I know for myself, that was one of the things that I really wanted to, use the vlog as a vehicle to share what Angus and I have learned about relationships through our own marriage and what goes on in it. And I wanted to normalize what it is to be in an intimate, loving relationship with another person, and to recognize that the healthy journey of what that looks like includes both the ups and the downs, and that you can't have one without the other, and that a lot of times people that come to see us for their relationship coaching work, it's about trying to fix what they perceive as the problem, trying to get rid of those downtimes, and ultimately, what we're looking at is helping them see the normal, healthy relationship that they have that includes all of this, just as ours does, and to help them have a different foundation within themselves that allows them to approach relationship from that safety and security within that has room for all of the ups and downs. And I know for myself, that was what really shifted my ability to be happy in relationship with you, because I know that I did a lot of blaming of you over the years and wanted Angus to be different and felt like if only Angus was less this or more that, then I would be happy. But ultimately, none of that was ever really a problem. And all that needed to happen for myself was that when I was connected more with my internal sense of well-being and okayness and my own loving, it allowed me to have a whole different perspective on our relationship that had me not be reactive to the difficult times or to those difficult moments or to the times when I was upset with you or didn't like you, or the times where you were upset with me and didn't like me. And it just allowed me to see our whole relationship with fresh eyes in a way that had room for you to be you in all of your humanness, and also had room for me to be me in all of my humanness, and room for all of the messiness and the imperfectness that includes, as well as the amazing times. And so that shift has just made it easier, although it still can be challenging at times.
We're only human, we're flesh and blood.
Who is that?
That's a Killer's song.
I would have joined in, but I didn't know the lyrics.
I don't think I know any more lines other than that. So for me, what I love is the understanding that it is perfectly normal to have low points, and I think that when we had couples therapy, there was always this idea that there are these low points. Are we ever going to get out of them? Let's really look into this and go into analysis about it and just get ourselves even deeper into the myrrh.
The myrrh.
The myrrh. The myrrh. The mar. The myrrh.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a bog.
Is it a Scottish bog?
I think it's a Scottish bog, but I could be wrong. And then I think that when we first when we worked with couples, then I felt like I was constantly holding myself up to this standard that we could never get into a fight, that we're beyond that, which put a tremendous amount of pressure on us, or pressure on me certainly. And then when we would get into a fight, I was like, oh my God, how can we work with couples when we can't even walk our own walk? So once I finally got over that, I can see that it's very much a part of the normal human experience to have a low point in a relationship. relationship. And then realize that actually I don't need to take that very seriously. I don't need to take that nearly so personally. And that the natural order of things will be that we will stabilize, we'll come back to calmer waters. That's just the natural order of things. That really has been a great help, not only to me, but I can see now how we help other people, because they get to see how, that's perfectly reasonable to have an argument every now and again, but it's not, it doesn't define our relationship. It doesn't mean that our relationship is doomed. It's just a little blip. It's just not something that we need to really take that seriously. And I think that when we can share our own personal stories with clients from, on that basis, then that's very reassuring to them to know that that's perfectly normal. And I think the tendency is, and I certainly had that experience myself, to think, well, this isn't normal. Everybody else is not having this kind of experience. And in the couples work where we went and saw a therapist a year ago when we were having, challenges and thought that we needed that kind of professional help, I never once got the impression that we were being, our behavior was perfectly normal. I felt like we were somewhat broken, and that idea was sort of, I don't know if they wanted to develop it into a label or what they were doing, but it was certainly encouraging that idea that we were broken, that we were needing fixing. And ultimately, we're not broken. We are living in innate mental health as a couple, and it's good to realize that.
And what happened when you sort of started to recognize that we could be human and still do this work is it really took the pressure off the relationship having to be a certain way. And as soon as we take the pressure off of ourselves, then we're happier naturally. And so there is ultimately less irritability, less fighting, less conflict. I mean, it's significantly reduced over the years. And so we are much happier, but not through trying to fix ourselves, not through thinking that there was something to be done about when we do argue. And that really ultimately is because we don't take it so personally and don't judge it when it's happening so much, that we're able to get over it so much more quickly and bounce back into a good feeling.
Yeah, there's really not much more to say to it. Yeah, there's not much, I don't know, I can't seem to put my words together this morning. I'm trying to put my words together. They don't seem to want to come out in any kind of cohesive form.
We're having the Lacanner effect.
We are.
You've had your green tea.
I have had my green tea.
What's going on? It must be the flu.
Maybe.
You're still recovering.
Maybe a little bit.
People have to cut you some slack because you've had the flu.
They do, yeah.
But we want to say
anyway, what she said.
We want to say thank you for all of your comments and likes and your sharing your experience with us. We really appreciate being on this journey together, and we're really all in the human experience. And I think the best thing we can do is love each other along the way and be kind to each other along the way, and ultimately share that with those that we love and those that we come into contact with. So we're sending you our love, and thanks again for being on the journey with us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.